In December of 2025, beloved Hollywood director Rob Reiner and his wife, producer Michele Singer Reiner, were found murdered in their Los Angeles home. Their younger son, 32-year-old Nick Reiner, has been charged with their deaths, and on December 16th, he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. The couple was found dead in the master bedroom of their Brentwood mansion on December 14th, which was Sunday afternoon. Their daughter, Romy Reiner, discovered the scene after a massage therapist contacted her because she could not get into the home and received no response at the gate. They reportedly died in the early hours of the day. Reportedly, Rob and Nick had attended a Christmas party hosted by Conan O'Brien on the evening of December 13th and had gotten into an argument. Nick had been disruptive at the party and made guests feel uneasy. Sources who attended the party but wished to remain anonymous told the New York Times that the loud argument between Nick and Rob started after Rob told him that his behavior at the party was inappropriate. While official autopsy results are pending, law enforcement officials stated that the couple suffered multiple stab wounds. Nick Reiner was arrested without incident on Sunday night near Exposition Park near the University of Southern California campus. Surveillance video from a nearby gas station showed him calmly purchasing a drink shortly before his arrest. Nick Reiner faces 2 counts of first-degree murder, as mentioned, with special circumstances allegation of multiple murders. He also faces a special allegation of using a knife. On Wednesday, December 17th, 2025, Nick made his first court appearance. He appeared in shackles and a suicide prevention smock. He did not enter a plea, and his arraignment was delayed until January 7th, 2026. If convicted, he faces life in prison without parole or the death penalty. Prosecutors have not yet decided whether they will pursue the death penalty. He is represented by high profile defense attorney Alan Jackson, who is known for representing Harvey Weinstein and Karen Reed. Witnesses reported that Nick had a very loud argument with his father and actor Bill Hader at the holiday party hosted by Conan O'Brien on Saturday night, just hours before the killings. Guests described his behavior at the party as erratic. Nick has a long history of drug addiction and has cycled through multiple rehab centers. He previously co-wrote the 2015 film Being Charlie, directed by his father, which was semi-autobiographical, and explored his struggles with heroin addiction. At the time of the murders, Nick was reportedly staying in the guest house on his parents' property. Siblings Jake and Romy Reiner issued a statement describing the unimaginable pain of losing their parents, who they called their best friends. Family, friends, and fans have publicly shared tributes to the couple's legacy. The Reiner family has been exceptionally open about Nick Reiner's decades-long battle with drug addiction, discussing it both in years past and in months leading up to the 2025 tragedy. Just months before his death, Rob Reiner told NPR's Fresh Air that Nick was in a really good place and had been sober for over 6 years. The family collaborated on the film Being Charlie, which was semi-autobiographical and based on Nick's real-life experiences with heroin and cocaine addiction. Rob Reiner stated that making the film was like being in therapy with his son and helped him to understand the depth of what Nick had gone through. Rob and Michele publicly admitted regret over following professional advice to use tough love tactics when Nick was younger. Rob noted, "We were desperate. We listened to people with diplomas when we should have been listening to our son." Family friends recently shared that Rob and Michele were dedicated to a child like no other family they knew, having put aside their lives repeatedly to support Nick's therapy sessions and treatment programs. Following the deaths of their parents, siblings Jake and Romy Reiner released a joint statement on December 17, 2025. While they focused on their grief, they also requested that public speculation regarding the circumstances, which many have linked to Nick's history, be tempered with compassion and humanity. Nick has also been vocal about his struggles, describing himself in a 2016 interview as a spoiled white rich kid from a Hollywood family who used drugs to forge a rebellious, angry identity outside the shadow as his famous father and grandfather. He admitted to starting drug use at the age of 15 and spending years in and out of rehab, often relapsing shortly after returning home.